Welcome to the third season of the Nidd's Whitelist server.
What do you mean?
Do you know exactly what I mean? Behold, Nordic is here!
Hello!
Is it working now? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah!
Yes! That wasn't dramatic enough.
Yay!
That wasn't... Woo! Fine.
Mia's having dramatic moments.
I'm having an extension crisis.
An extension crisis.
Existence crisis.
Oh, existential crisis.
Are you 7 in the morning?
He was playing with a cable and I thought he was trying to tell me that he's got an extension problem in that the extension on the cable's not long enough.
They've got an extension problem.
No, but he meant he's having an existential problem.
I've got an existence problem. I exist while having to endure space engineers. Lovely game. Don't listen to me, I'm currently not well.
Understood.
Ooh,
May or may not have anything to do with Sal's.
Bepstein 111 announces the arrival of a new future man.
Yep, it is a new future man.
They're talking about you. Think of them like weird tribal people.
We actually need to turn Nordic up because he's quite quiet.
He's not very quiet for me, but sure, fine.
Could you just talk random things for a moment, Nordic?
Tell them the future.
Oh, now he's on the spot.
Yeah, exactly. We could all vote for Rick Ashley. You know why? Because he's never gonna give you up. Let you down.
I'm
never
pretty
gonna
sure.
Run around and desert you.
That's
Alright, is that enough?
past.
That's
fun.
fine.
Hey, you're from the past.
I know. Hold on a second. You're in Canada. You live in the past. We're like what? 7 hours ahead of you. You don't know what future lies ahead of you. I've already seen it.
Hang on. Nordic, are you in Canada? I thought you were in the States.
I am in the States.
Canada time zone.
Told you.
Canada time zone.
I am literally 20 miles from Canada, which
There you
is
go.
why I am convinced I sound Canadian, even though the other Canadians are like, no, you sound like an American trying to do a Canadian accent. But, I mean, a good portion of my friends are all Canadian. They all, yeah. I mean, I wave at them across the river. They don't wave back, but, what.
It sounds like you're trying to convince me that you're not racist because you have a lot of black friends.
What?
Please ignore Mia. He's at that
Don't
stage.
ignore me.
Well,
Did you give him alcohol, Sal? Don't give him your alcohol.
She's making me drunk by proxy. It's bearable.
Actually, it's kind of funny. I came home early tonight, which is why I'm on now.
Oh,
and my wife made this awesome drink, and it was still in the fridge. Mm-hmm. We had a bunch of fresh fruit, so she took we don't drink very much, but so we have bottles of booze that collect because we don't drink it.
Yeah.
We'll drink one drink out of it, and it collects on top of our fridge. So she mixed 2 different types of rum.
Nice.
I can't remember what the other one was. So there's 3 different types of alcohol in it, like strong liquors, and then it's fruit. And we had a black cherry sherbet of some sort that she ended up mixing in with it, and it's fruity and delicious and strong. That's awesome.
On a
Sounds
random
like
side note,
Sounds like a hurricane.
Random side note.
Oh.
Sorry, go ahead.
Hello, Paul 7.
Hey,
We're greeting
Paul
you.
7, hello.
So people don't feel left out in our conversation.
Yeah.
Just randomly mentioning them, like our good friends. Hold on a second, I'm pulling up the list of friends.
Okay.
Distributed Deadlock.
Oh, yeah.
We probably love you and all your great character traits and stuff. Yeah.
So I wonder if it's Deadlock like the Marvel character Deadlock?
That is a good question. We could try to ask
like a
him.
cyborg undead creature.
But he's probably going to remain silent for at least the next 30 seconds because he lives in the past.
Understood.
We're all future people to these simple folks.
Folks, the L's silent.
I'm drunk, and it's like 4 in the
You're
morning.
not drunk.
Cut me some slack.
I've only had 1.5 cans of gin.
Look at yourself, you're really...
Is it Gordon's gin, Sal?
No, it's Pim's.
Oh, okay.
That reminds me, I introduced Sal to the voice of Dr. Gordon Freeman. You know, Ross Scott.
I love Ross Scott.
He's brilliant, and she doesn't like him. She thinks he's too ranty.
He was too ranty.
You're too ranty. Okay, wait. So back in 2009, one of my ex-girlfriends introduced me to Freeman's Mind, and I got through she's like, all right, just get through the first 3 episodes. And once you get through the first 3, it's fantastic. And at this point, he was only up to episode 23 or 24, which now he's finished the series. But I've been watching him ever since, and I love his Ross's Game Dungeon even more.
Oh,
in fact,
that's brilliant.
It was Ross's Game Dungeon is the whole reason why I did my my Fallout review, which I reviewed the whole Fallout series of games because I played all of them, and I'm like, you know what, he can do it. Why can't I? I'll give it a try. So I was highly influenced by him. So yeah, he's got a special place in my heart. I fucking love Ross Scott.
I thought I needed some grids.
Have a look at this guy. I'm unaware.
Oh, you don't know him?
He's ranty. You'd like him, Minty.
You're in for a treat.
Really nice. Thank you.
I gotta say, one thing I do actually like about Discord is that its settings for audio speech instead of doing my push to talk work really well on here.
Yeah.
And so I don't have to sit there and push a button to talk. It's quite nice.
And it's adjustable as well. I've just adjusted ours because me and Mia were cutting out for people too soon.
You know what the funny thing about this is? Even though in theory I don't have to use it while I'm misusing Sal's computer while she's forcing me to slave labor because she wants me to stream
slave
or
labor.
record something, I still press my push to talk button. Even though I don't have to, it's just a weird habit that's anchored into me.
Yeah, I hear this. It's a habit that's hard to get rid of. I've never ever used push to talk.
I hope Boris is currently promoting Nordic's Fallout review series here. and
it's
that's
only
not
one
just
video.
a random video.
It's not a series, just one. Yeah.
Oh, Boris can't talk anymore.
Okay.
He's been awfully quiet today. Believe it or not, I was actually talking about all of you to a good friend of mine today.
Did they think you were mad?
I know. Huh?
Did they think you were mad? My friends
no.
think I'm mad. And they're convinced that everybody else except me is about 12. Because you're YouTubers and you play games, and it's especially my boss who says that he's convinced that everybody on YouTube who plays games is 11 except me.
Just for the record, I tried the same thing by informing my grandparents about the weird people I'm talking to on the internet. And I just gave a few examples, like the weird Australian guy who's collecting boogers and nickels that he finds in poop, the woman who lives in the gay village, and
that's me.
The random Canadian. They left the room shaking their head.
Yes, I can understand.
So what did
reaction.
you talk about with your co-work exactly? Did you all put us in a good light, I hope?
Well, actually, it was to 2 different friends today. One, she's been a lifelong friend of mine. I was just talking about YouTubing and all that. And her and her husband play, is it Clash of Clans? With the guy from Australia. And apparently this guy absolutely loves Dr. Pepper. And he claims Dr. Pepper is very hard to get in Australia. And so they went to go send a case of Dr. Pepper to him. And apparently it's $300 US to be able to send.
Whoa.
And they're like, we like you, but we don't like you that much. So I was just talking about you guys in general. And then a coworker of mine, who I've also known her since high school, she plays The Sims. And I was mentioning how you guys are playing The Sims.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, she is a sim, that's her crack. It's a drug for her. Mm-hmm. She sends me all these pictures of all the crazy things she makes them do. She's made me in the game a few times.
Oh, we have you in the game now, too.
Yeah, you're in the game now. In fact, you caused a bit of a ruckus Not your fault, but because Mia was busy making friends with all of us with the new Nordic. He took his beady eye off Anubis, who went and had an extramarital affair and cheating on Daddy Boris. And because
I read about this.
Did you read about it? Oh, it was terrible. Because when we got back to the house, Boris was still living in the house with Anubis's new bird. And but we couldn't control Boris anymore because we had this new woman who was Anubis's bit on the side.
Yeah, we had to do some terrible things.
We did. We had to do some terrible things.
I heard. Didn't Anubis invite her to live with him or something?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And because we were exceeding the 8 character player limit in a household, we couldn't control Boris anymore. He just fell off the chart.
But he stayed living there because he wasn't evicted or anything, and he was still contributing to the house. But we couldn't. He became uncontrollable.
Yeah, he turned into a sloth, and he was stinking all the time. It was terrible. It wasn't fun to have around.
Oh, really?
And he kept on hogging the bath and having bubble baths instead of like getting in and getting out.
And
turning the music on in the middle of the night and playing the guitar in the bedroom and all that kind of thing.
Quite amazing. Hello, Nordic. I didn't realize you were actually down here. For some reason, I thought you were in space.
No, I spawned like right next to you.
Did you walk up behind him and go, boo? Oh, Nordic, you missed. You should have.
Oh, this is Boris's little thing here.
Minty did that to us in real life on stream. Minty dropped into Discord without telling us, and we didn't know, and we've got no warning on Discord that there's a new person there. And Mia and I were quietly playing away, talking to nobody except chat, and then Minty went, boo! Or something.
Well, you weren't talking.
He said we should stop arguing.
Oh, yeah!
You were having a full-blown argument, and I came in and...
No, we weren't! Yes, you were! No, we weren't! It wasn't an argument! It was! No, it wasn't!
But they were quiet. We don't want to scare away all the viewers again.
Actually, I gotta say, I'm actually thinking about making a Twitch channel now. After you started talking about doing this 24-hour stream, but sometimes my internet can be a little twitchy, so I'll have to fix that.
Yes, that's the reason why us Australians hijack Sal's.
They come and stream through. So you are currently on stream, therefore, according to Australian standards, you are streaming.
That's correct.
By proxy. Through me.
Though may I mention that you shouldn't do this to yourself. This is just it's terrible. Mostly you're going to suffer a lot if you decide to do this, and you shouldn't do that. Go love yourself, spare yourself of this hassle.
I'm not forcing Mia to do anything.
She forced me to bring her some alcohol. She got me drunk.
I heard you really color-coded all her spices.
Oh, yeah.
Color-coded, I sorted it. So...
Alphabetically. Yeah. It wasn't color-coded.
Oh, it was alphabetical. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
How are we supposed to find anything if everything is just tossed in there like a big pile? I also reorganized the fridge. It was just terrible. She had all her sauces apart. There was mayonnaise on the top shelf and ketchup somewhere in the door.
He organised my cutlery drawer by
That was the worst nightmare. She has like 4 or 6 different sets of cutlery. How are you supposed to live it? I had to take out the entire green set because that didn't fit anywhere. Also, the knives are all dull. I forced her to buy a sharpener.
Yeah, he did buy.
So you basically have you have the German influence in the house, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
I went so far that I had to make her buy a vacuum cleaner.
It was one of those things. I was going to get round to buying a vacuum cleaner because the last one broke. It might have been during the move, or it might have been shortly after the move. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, we needed a new vacuum cleaner. We needed one that did hardwood floors and, you know.
I had to wipe the floors, otherwise it would look so greasy and ugly.
So I've been getting by with just a mop because I'd get round to it.
It wasn't a mop, that was just a weird tissue you dragged along the floor. There was no stick, no nothing.
Mia was not impressed with my idea of mopping the floor. And was going on and on and on about what about a vacuum cleaner, what about a vacuum cleaner. And I made the mistake of saying, yeah, I'm going to get a vacuum cleaner. And then it was, when? When are you going to get a vacuum cleaner? What about now? What about you get a vacuum cleaner now? And the other thing as well, it was Mia's birthday recently, and I bought
Hold on, let me say that.
Okay.
Her kitchen in general is in complete disarray.
Sure,
it's my story,
Okay.
You just have yours about vacuum cleaners.
Okay.
Complete disarray. I have to admit that none of her pots are really in good working condition, and they're all just old and ugly, and most importantly, none of them hold more than 2 of my fists. How am I supposed to hard boil more than 3 eggs?
Is that a measurement that you use a lot? How many fists can I fit into this space? It's only 10 fists big.
That sounds legit to me.
It's not. Maybe you have just very big hands. I'm talking about my thimble little, bat hands. I don't have bat hands.
Let me see. You don't have bat hands. You've got quite small hands, though, haven't you?
Thank you.
Because my hands are small. Point is,
she has awfully small pots, and I couldn't make any food with them. Like, literally, I had to stack the food in there, and I had to.
Problem.
It's so old. Everything burns in that thing. Pam.
Sweet jumping Jehovah.
I had to cook. I had to fry things in one of her pots.
Yeah, so he had to fry the stuff in a saucepan, and he was not happy. Now, I thought it was one of the best scrambled eggs I'd ever tasted.
And the problem is, you.
And when I said that was,
there's a problem.
It's so old. Everything burns in that thing.
And when I said, that's really nice. That's a really nice scrambled egg. And Mia went on a rant about how he couldn't cook it properly and it wasn't the best scrambled egg he'd ever made, and it'd be so much better if he just had a pan.
I was trying to make an omelette, just for the record, and it turned out into a literal scramble of eggs.
Yeah, well, that I can see the mistake then. I can see the problem.
I can't do a proper omelette in one of these pans. Everything just burns.
Saucepans. So I bought him a pan for his birthday.
She didn't really buy me a pan for my birthday. She bought a pan for herself.
Yeah, because Mia can't actually take it home.
Yes.
But so it'll stay in the apartment. But yeah, it's a nice pan, and I bought it for you because I wouldn't have bought like a pan otherwise. Because we don't really fry much.
Yeah.
What?
Why not? Mostly. I was shocked when I first came in here. Most of the fridge and freezer was filled with instant microwavable food.
I'm by myself these couple of weeks.
Still.
I'm not used to looking after myself.
The fact that you two didn't even have any proper cutlery or cooking pots proves that you eat that all the time.
No, that's because we've moved.
Still, what did you do with the old pots?
They're somewhere in boxes and bags and things. Oh, bugger, there goes a large steel tube.
Go fetch it.
No, I'm going to empty my inventory. That's why I need to.
It's not going to fly off that quickly. Just go empty your inventory. There's surely a connect at the side of the ship.
There's a thruster that needs welding somewhere.
Okay, now go catch it.
Where'd it go?
Oh, great, you lost it.
Are you guys in Space Engineers right now?
Yeah.
She's rebuilding her space butts. In space.
Look, there's a...
Yeah, they're up in space. In fact, everybody's up in space apart from you and I, Nordic.
And
I guess
Anubis.
I just realized, well, first off, I saw Anubis's door that says poop.
I
I just walked up, I'm like,
Be happy. It used to be the dong hanger.
Yes, it used to say penis, but now it just says.
Either or.
You should put your inventory properly.
Yeah.
The door was usually closed, so the poop sign's usually hidden underneath the door. It's just a surprise.